So according to unverified sources, we have at least an idea of how the Chase Sapphire Reserve will be refreshed. And today I want to really break this down, and spoiler alert, although I have definitely been critical of Chase in the past, I'm extremely bullish on this product to the point where I might even become a Chase fanboy. Stick around, find out why. In this video, we're gonna go over the rumored refresh and this super high annual fee. I'm also going to be telling you why I'm so excited about this change. So let's skip the intros and just jump right into it. A few different credit card blogs have reported that these rumors were first reported on Reddit. So let me just establish right now that I'm not saying these are verified, but hey, it's really fun to speculate, and I think these changes are going to create a pretty huge buzz in the credit card world. Enough of the talk. Here are the rumored changes for the Chase Sapphire Reserve. First off, let's get this out of the way. The card is rumored to cost a whopping $795, up from $550, and the authorized user cards are now going to be $195, which is up from just $75. So obviously that is a substantial increase, but this is not something we all didn't expect. And the other part none of us should be surprised about is the coupon book-like credits that are being added. I'll try to quickly list them. Afterwards, I'm going to explain what I think about each one. But first, they tweaked the earnings. Remember when purchasing travel through the portal was earning 10 times Chase UR points on hotels and car rentals, 5 times on flights? Now the earnings will be an even 8 times on all that. Hotels, cars, flights, all 8 times. The card will earn 4x on hotels and airlines when booked direct. This is a 1-point increase. However, there will no longer be a bonus on that super broad Chase travel category. All other travel will be 1x. And of course, in true Chase fashion, we're gonna get 3x on dining. I think all this is very interesting, and I'll get more into it later. Now, here comes the benefits, or credits, or coupons. However you wanna refer to them. I'll run through these and I'll get even more in depth a little later. $500 credit to the Edit. This is a $250 semi-annual credit, and the Edit is a Chase booking platform for hotels and resorts, very similar to Find Hotels and Resorts from American Express. $300 dining credit via Sapphire Reserve tables. Again, it's going to be $150 semi-annually. $300 StubHub credit, again, broken up twice a year. $300 DoorDash credit, which it currently has anyway, even though no one seems to ever consider it towards the effective annual fee. It's a little weird though. It's a monthly credit of 2 $10 credits towards non-restaurant purchases and a $5 credit towards restaurant purchases, which I guess might be why no one mentions it. $120 DoorDash membership. $250 Apple TV Plus and Apple Music. $120 Lyft credit, which is active now. It's $10 a month, and you do earn 5x on Lyft rides with this card. $120 Peloton credit at $10 a month. It also mentions a points boost program where your UR points will be worth more in the portal during certain promotions. And here, for me, is the kicker. The card is going to maintain the $300 travel credit that everyone seems to love, the TSA pre-check and global entry credit, and the global lounge network access, which I assume means we're all going to keep our priority pass in addition to all those other Chase and partner lounges we currently have access to. Now, they've also included some spending incentives. These are kind of interesting. After spending $75,000, you get a $500 Southwest credit. Nothing says big spender like a Southwest credit. You also get Southwest A-list status, IHG One Rewards Diamond Elite status, $250 credit to the shops. Okay, what do I think of all these changes? Well, first off, I want to say this, and listen up. There is no longer a choice. If you want a premium travel card, you don't get to opt out of the coupon book. You just have to choose your coupon book. I say that because I don't know how anyone can maintain more than one of these at the same time, which I also think is genius. If you want all the premium perks, then you need to keep the card in your wallet, whether it's the Amex Platinum or the Chase Sapphire Reserve, or whatever else comes out later this year. And it also looks like you're going to have to at least consider using the portals, which I don't really mind anyway. It's pretty easy to use a portal occasionally if, now this is a big if, especially in the YouTube space, if you actually travel. So I think if you want simplicity, you're going to have to forego some of these perks and benefits, or you're going to have to move towards a cashback setup, which I think is a better setup for most folks anyway. So let's break this down and focus on these changes. When I saw these changes, my reaction was, wow, this is just too much here. I'm not interested. But I slept on it and my thoughts drastically changed. First off, the annual fee. Like I said, guys, we all knew it was coming. We all knew this was going to happen. Maybe Chase just beat Amex to it. $795 leads the league in annual fees, but I'll be the first to admit, I'm almost numb to the high annual fees now. But I will say this, although $795 is really, really high, with Chase you can pretty much support this card with several no annual fee cards, and a yearly total of $795 for all your annual fees. That isn't high in this game. It might even be considered pretty low. The authorized user fee going up pretty much makes me want to cancel that. Sorry, wifey. How about the earnings? I don't use the portal enough for this to be a huge deal, but I'm definitely okay with making the big three, hotels, cars, and flights, all 8 times. Is 8 times UR points enough for me to forego hotel loyalty? Well, I guess we'll see. Why do I even need hotel loyalty when I have a program like the Edit that gets me status-like benefits anyway? 4X hotels and flights, 100% love this change. This is great for me, but I have to add, it's great as long as the protections and insurances are staying the same. For someone that does spend a lot on travel, 4X is exponentially better than 3X, and that's a big deal for me. Now, here's the part that has folks in an uproar. The 3X other travel is down to a paltry 1X. I can understand that is a huge deal for some people. For me, I don't really care at all. For things like ferries, trains, and all that good stuff, I'll just use my Fairwinds Credit Union Visa and get 5X on all that stuff. If I were to 100% focus on Chase, then I guess I'd have to do the math and see if it makes sense to hold the Chase Inc. Preferred that still has the 3X on all travel, and it costs $95 a year. It might be worth it considering it also gets 3X and protections on your cell phone bills. Your situation could be completely different. So far, so good. I have no problems with any of these changes. So now let's dive into these coupons. $500 edit credit. I think this might be a little tough on someone that only books their preferred hotel program and holds a high-end co-branded credit card. Like the Hilton Aspire boys might not think this is a great credit. I don't know if I necessarily want to pay cash for a hotel twice a year, but again, if I'm really focused on this Chase ecosystem, then I think it makes sense, especially for super short stays twice a year. I think this might make a lot of sense on a 1 or 2 night stay, and especially when you're overseas, maybe positioning or just doing a quick overnight. I don't know how I would value this because I don't currently use it, but I think it's a solid credit, and valuing it at the full $500 takes a huge bite out of this annual fee. $300 dining credit. Now, I did look at this program, and I'm almost surprised. This program includes many places I already go to, and some places I want to go to. They even have several locations in very small towns like Chillicothe, Ohio. So using this twice a year at $150 a pop, it's too easy. Full value. Now, if you're scoring at home, we might already be at $800 in credit. That's almost too good to be true. $300 StubHub credit is something that is really easy for me to use. I'll go to more than 2 sporting events a year, every year. I'd get 100% for this one, and I don't even need to explain. Guys, we're at $1,100 so far. Yikes. $300 DoorDash and the Dash Pass. I currently use this. I have an agreement with myself that I don't complain about it. However, if these changes do happen, I could probably just ignore this credit altogether, but I would probably still get maybe $100 out of the $300. So now we're at $1,200. $250 Apple TV Plus and Apple Music. This one's tough for me. I don't know that I even use any of these services, so I'll leave that one alone. Is there anything on Apple TV Plus that would make me cancel any other subscriptions? Is there anything on there I might watch? Probably not. So anything I get here, I'm just going to consider a bonus. We're still at $1,200. $120 Peloton credit. Let's move on. The Points Boost program for me looks very interesting, depending on if it is at all predictable. I can see myself booking a ton of travel during those promotions. And the fact that they seem to be keeping the $300 travel credit and all the travel benefits make this card look like a serious champion. The $300 travel credit puts me into $1,500 in easy credits. And more than that, it makes me want to focus on Chase. Pairing this card with the Freedom Flex and an Ink Cash looks like a really good play for me. Not gonna lie, if this was actually the refresh, I would probably say goodbye to a lot of high annual fee cards, like the American Express Platinum, without much thought. Might even be enough for me to exit Amex altogether. Hyatt, here I come, baby. Okay, guys, there is a lot to take in here, but I want to leave you with a couple notes. First off, if you haven't taken advantage of the 100,000 point Chase Sapphire Preferred offer, then you might want to consider applying for that. If you are not interested in that, I think I could recommend the Chase Sapphire Reserve now, so you can lock that card in before the annual fee goes sky high. Obviously, I will provide you the necessary links in the description if you want to do that. If you do use my links, you will be supporting me and this channel. Also, please comment below and tell me, what do you think of these changes? My take is this. This can't be true. This is a ton of value for the fee, but at the same time, this is a way for Chase to really completely destroy the competition. And we all know that Jamie Dimon does not mind losing money on some products, like these cards. To sum it up, it looks like the Reserve is going from a good card that was very tough to math to a great card that just blows the math away, even if it is really expensive. Tell me what you think and consider watching this video right here next.